Imagine stepping into a room and feeling the air shift as you enter. Heads turn. Conversations pause. Eyes lock onto you, not because you demanded it, but because your presence commands it. This isn't fantasy. This is what happens when you stop begging for attention and start radiating it. Right now, you might feel overlooked, ignored. Like no matter how hard you try, you're stuck in the background while others take center stage. But what if I told you there's an ancient code, used by kings, warriors, and legends, that can flip the script? That in just 9 moves, you can go from invisible to irresistible. This isn't about tricks or faking confidence. It's about awakening the kind of quiet power that makes people lean in when you speak, chase your approval, and treat you like priority number 1. If you're ready to step into the version of yourself that naturally earns respect, keep watching. Number 1. Command your space. In the grand theater of human interaction, there exists a profound truth that echoes through the corridors of time. Those who command respect do not beg for it, they embody it. To command respect, one must first inhabit the throne of self-respect. The world responds to the energy you emit. If you enter a room as a supplicant, you will be treated as one. But if you step forward as a sovereign, others will instinctively yield. This is not arrogance, it is the quiet assurance of a man who knows his worth. The Stoics taught that external validation is fleeting, but inner dignity is unshakable. Choose environments where your presence is valued, not tolerated. If you are met with indifference, withdraw your energy and invest it where it is reciprocated. The first step to becoming a priority is to treat yourself as one. Action step: before entering any space, pause and center yourself. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and affirm, I belong here, and my presence matters. Carry this conviction into every interaction. Number 2. Forge your own joy. There is perhaps no greater magnetic force in human nature than encountering someone who has mastered the art of self-generated happiness. Like a lighthouse that shines regardless of the storm, the individual who has learned to forge their joy from within becomes a beacon that draws others seeking the same steadfast peace. A man who derives happiness from within is impervious to the whims of others. When your joy is tethered to external approval, you surrender your power. The Stoic sage Epictetus warned, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Cultivate passions, hobbies, and pursuits that fulfill you independently of others. When you are self-sufficient in your happiness, people are drawn to your light, not because they complete you, but because they admire your wholeness. Action step: dedicate 30 minutes daily to an activity that brings you genuine joy, reading, writing, training, or creating. Let this be your sanctuary. Number 3. Master the art of presence, by absence. In nature's grand design, the most precious elements are those found in limited supply. Gold commands reverence not merely for its beauty, but for its rarity. So too must we understand the profound truth that our presence, when treated as abundant and freely given, loses its luster in the eyes of others. The Stoics understood the power of restraint. Seneca wrote, sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Apply this wisdom to your interactions. Be engaged, but not omnipresent. Let others feel the weight of your absence, so they learn to value your presence. A man who controls his time, controls his influence. Action step: for 1 week, delay responses to non-urgent messages by a few hours. Observe how this shifts the dynamic. Number 4. Keep your orbit. Perhaps the most profound shift occurs when we stop orbiting others and begin to cultivate our own gravitational field. The person who makes another, their entire universe, who revolves their existence around someone else's needs and desires, inevitably becomes a satellite, predictable, taken for granted, and easily overlooked. But the individual who maintains their own center, who pursues their passions with vigor, and builds a life of genuine interest and purpose, becomes the sun, around which others naturally orbit. The Stoics called this autarkeia, self-sufficiency. When you are deeply engaged in your purpose, people will seek your attention, not out of pity, but out of genuine desire. Action step: identify one personal or professional goal and take decisive action toward it this week. Let your ambition be magnetic. Number 5. Hold the power to step back. The greatest power one can possess is the power to walk away, not from a place of weakness or defeat, but from a position of strength and self-respect. This is the ultimate expression of personal sovereignty, the knowledge that you would rather stand alone in your integrity than compromise your worth for the sake of connection. This readiness to withdraw is not a threat or manipulation, but a natural boundary that protects your energy and honors your value. When you cultivate this inner strength, this willingness to step back from situations that do not serve your highest good, something remarkable happens. Others begin to recognize that your presence is not guaranteed, that it must be earned and maintained through mutual respect and appreciation. The person who cannot be taken for granted, who maintains their standards even at the cost of convenience, commands a respect that no amount of people-pleasing can achieve. Action step: identify one relationship or situation where you have been accepting less than you deserve. Practice the courage of strategic withdrawal, not as punishment, but as an act of self-respect that creates space for better to emerge. Number 6. Cultivate the fear of losing you. People rarely appreciate what they have until it is gone. Let them glimpse life without you. This is not manipulation, it is strategic self-preservation. The Stoics taught that attachment leads to suffering. By loosening your grip, you remind others of your worth. Reduce availability subtly. Let silence speak. When they sense your absence, they will either correct their neglect or reveal their indifference. Either way, you win. Action step: for 1 week, initiate 50% fewer conversations. Note who reaches out to fill the silence. Number 7. The allure of the unsaid. In an age of oversharing, silence is a superpower. The Stoics valued measured speech. Words were currency, not to be wasted. Reveal yourself gradually, like a novel, unfolding chapter by chapter. When you are not an open book, people lean in, eager to decipher you. Mystery breeds intrigue, and intrigue commands attention. Action step: next time you're tempted to over-explain, pause. Offer just enough to intrigue, then let curiosity do the rest. Number 8. The currency of investment. People value what they invest in. If someone spends time, effort, or emotion on you, their brain justifies it by assigning you greater worth. The Stoics called this amor fati, loving one's fate. Let others earn your time. When they do, acknowledge it. Gratitude reinforces their investment, deepening their commitment to you. Action step: next time someone makes an effort for you, respond with sincere appreciation. Notice how this strengthens the bond. Number 9. The art of silence. The less you speak, the more your words matter. The Stoic philosopher Zeno said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." If you are always the one initiating, you train others to expect it. Withhold just enough to make your attention a prize. Let silence amplify your presence. Action step: for 1 day, speak only when necessary. Observe how people respond to your restraint. A wishful closing. The dawn of the sovereign man. Imagine a life where you are not just seen, but sought after. Not just heard, but listened to. This is not fantasy, it is the birthright of the man who masters himself. The Stoics knew that true power lies not in controlling others, but in refining the self. You are the sculptor of your destiny, the author of your legacy. Begin today. Stand taller. Speak less. Demand more, not from the world, but from yourself. For when you rise, the world will rise to meet you. Final action step. Choose one strategy from this video and implement it for the next 7 days. Document the shifts. Then return and choose another. Mastery is not an event, it is a daily practice. The path to becoming a priority starts with a single step. Take yours now.